Good evening. This is the Elliott wave update for the S&P 500 for Monday, November 15th, 2021. The NASDAQ did appear well on the way towards getting to our next resistance at 47.01 during the Globex, but fell short and did pull back. And I was expecting the pullback, and we can go and just review our count. If indeed this is the bottom of minor wave 4, we're in that minor fifth wave up, and this would be wave 1 of 5, wave 2 of 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 of 5, and this would be 4 of 5. Now, what happened over in the NASDAQ is that the NASDAQ also went up, pulled back, but it broke below what I was labeling as wave 1 of 5. That negates this being a fourth wave. The S&P got close today, but it did not break it. So I'm going to leave this count as is, because in the NASDAQ, I may have to accept that it broke and is now still going to continue higher, as if that is the low of minor wave 4 in the NASDAQ as well. So with that in mind, what we can expect from here, I'll give you both sides. If this count is staying in place, the market needs to continue to rally. It needs to break above resistance at 46, 87, 88. It needs to break above 46.93. It needs to break above 46.97. And then again at 47.01, 47.04, and head up to 47.15 as a minimum to put in that new high. That high is at 47.11, almost 47.12. So we need to break 12 to put in a new high. That is required if this is going to be a minor wave 5. Anything short may be acceptable, but not on this level. We're looking for this push to finish larger advancing sequences that have taken between 13 and 90 years to complete. So I would be expecting it to have a little bit more severe push than what we may get. Now, it started off well. This continues to count quite cleanly. But if the S&P turns from this level and goes back down and breaks 46.61, then we're going to be left with a three-wave advance, an A, a B, and a C. And if that's the case, then this 4 gets moved, because what it really, I'm going to leave the 3 there, because what then it tells us is this is A of 4, B of 4, and we're going to do a C wave down. And that C wave down would then be expected to break below 46.26 as a minimum. Actually, 46.25. Excuse me, as a minimum. And then we'd be looking at much lower levels, not too severe, as wave 4 were to continue. So what I can do, just to show that, is I will go back out. Yeah, I can do it off of this chart. What I'm going to do is I got that. So I'm going to, it's going to look a little weird because I'm just going to double up, but I will take it off. But I want to show what the potential would be. And then we'll go back up to the top of 3. Thank you. And what we have now, again, realizing we need to get below 46.26, but we see we don't have to get that far. 46.11, that is where wave C would be equal to wave A. Again, don't pay any attention to the man behind the curtain of these numbers. It would be an A, a B, and a C down, and we'd be looking at 46.11, possibly down towards 4,600. But actually just 46.11 puts a nice clean low in, below what we've already done, fulfills the destiny, fulfills the count, and as long as we can count 5 down, and that would then set the stage again for a minor fifth wave. Now, what has to happen for us to revert over to this? it has to break 46.61. Not just break, but it has to break, close, and keep going to the downside. Can't just go down and test it and then give us a little swing up higher and then start breaking resistance. That wouldn't work. So again, both sides of that coin. If the market continues to move higher, I'm looking for it to pick up a little bit steam and start kicking in again. This would be a 1, 2, 3. This is a 4. We're putting in a fifth wave. That fifth wave, so the 5 of 5, would be expected to break to new highs. 47.15 is the minimum. Then we have 47.29, 47.31. And in honesty, if wave 5 really gets going, as we discussed, we have numbers that take us all the way up to 49. But that's going to be maybe quite the push. So what we would expect to see, if that's going to be the case, is that wave 5 subdivides within. Doesn't just break into a nice clean 5 waves up like this third. It pretty much ended up being a clean 5. And I could do 1, 2, and then a 1, 2, and then 3, and yeah, I can do that, but it just seems to be a cleaner 5. 3 did break into its own, so it's extended, but it's very clean. 5 would need to extend as well if it's going to get up to those upper levels. Otherwise, a new high at 47.15 fits the bill. As long as I can count 5 waves within that fifth, within this wave. Now, that's our upside. Downside would need to get, first of all, to break 46.61. If it accomplishes that and keeps going, not just come down and touch it and blast higher, come down and touch it and break lower, then we're looking for it to come down into here, 46.11, and being able to count. So that would be 1, this would be a 2, it would be a 3 down. We'd expect acceleration. I'd expect it to drop pretty dang quickly and not to fool around. So that's what I'll be looking for. There's an equal probability for either scenario, 50% to higher, 50% to lower. That's just the way the market is acting right now. So that's the best we can do. So trading, we're going to need to pay attention to the moving averages, to the price action, to what's happening to those moving averages, what's breaking above or breaking below. Pay attention to the Fibonacci levels. Pay attention on downside to a break below 46.61. These are things that I will be looking for. If it breaks below that, it's already have broken back below the 50. I would be expecting some additional acceleration. It's a wave 3. I'm expecting it to begin with. Wave 3, no matter if it's a C wave or just another impulse, is almost always the longest and the strongest wave. So that's what my expectations would be. That's how I'm going to figure that it's a third wave. If it meets the characteristics, if it looks right, it feels right. Okay, so upside, same deal. Fifth wave, it should start to not accelerate higher, but move with some purpose. Just push, 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 push ups, and we start heading towards the highs and make a new high. That's all I got for today. Like I said, trade smart, trade using the moving averages, using the Fibonacci, using the Elliott to help guide your trades. And the next update will be on Tuesday, the 16th.